It's yet another beautiful day in Southern California, but something is different. That's because it's playoff time in Palm Springs. That's right, the California Winter League officially into the postseason. We got it started earlier today with the Washington Blue Sox extending their win streak to 13 over the Palm Springs Power, and now we have the top seed from the International Division, the British Columbia Bombers taking on the Canada A's. I'm Brian Yancelson, joined by Danny Machaj. Danny, there is something different in the air today, and it is pure excitement for the playoffs.
Well, no doubt about it, something different. You could feel it just walking into the ballpark today. A different breeze is flowing in the ballpark. The players feel different. The fans feel different. And the first game was a good one. I'm excited for this one. I think this could be a lot closer of a matchup than we think going into it. And the Bombers have been good all year, really powerful with the bats. And the A's have struggled hitting, but if their pitchers can do well and they can string a couple hits together, this could be a good game and a close one come down to the end of it.
That's really it in a nutshell. A very deep Bombers team. They can pitch, they can hit, play good defense, versus a Canada team that has really struggled at the plate, but their pitching is as elite as it gets. So it will be fascinating to see on Canada Day, of all days as well. Fridays here, Canadian residents get in for $5, and we heard it full blast during O Canada as this Canadian showdown gets set to get going. Trey Jones will be on the mound for the Bombers, and he will face the following lineup for the A's. Leading off in center field, Demetrius Foster. Batting second, the right fielder, Steve Snowden. Batting third, the designated hitter, Devin McCary. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Nathaniel Lai. Batting fifth, the catcher, Matthew Nunn. Batting sixth, the third baseman, Jonathan Gottlieb. And it'll be rounded out by Tuzad Gabriel at short, Ivan Sanchez at second, and Justin Davis in left. An A's offense just looking for anything. And going against a familiar figure on the mound in Jones, the righty. Stands way over on the first base side of the rubber, goes into his high leg kick, and fires the first pitch for a strike. 12:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 74 degrees in Palm Springs, California. You could not ask for a better day. As Jones, the 0-1 right away. Slow chopper to second. In comes Hall Thompson, gathers and fires for out number one. 2 pitches, 1 out for Trey Jones.
That's exactly what they want to start. Trey Jones, ground ball pitcher, that's what his plan is to do all day long.
He dominated the last time he went up against these A's, and that's what he's done all year long as the lefty Snowden steps in there. Snowden attacks the first pitch and fouls it the other way. A's wearing their bright red tops and white pants. The Bombers with that familiar bright yellow top along with those white pants. Jones doesn't waste any time. Gathers on the first base side and gets a wave and a miss. 0-2 the count to Steve Snowden. The last time Jones was on the mound was against the A's on Monday, February 12th, and he struck out 10. Looking for one here. The 0-2 to Snowden. Outside ball 1. 1-2 the count with 1 away. Just getting going in the top of the first between the Bombers and the A's. Scoreless as fans continue to file in to Palm Springs Stadium. Jones has the sign from Goodwin. Kicks and fires. Lifted the other way. Could be playable. Houpe and Gonzalez giving chase in foul ground, but it falls. Gonzalez takes a tumble at the bullpen there. And Snowden stays alive. 1-2 the count to the right fielder.
Got to be careful over there with the bullpen. It's a pretty big hump on the back side of that mound. Not worth getting injured. What a great effort by all 3 players.
Snowden, the Arizona native, has that slightly open stance from the left side, but he cannot connect with that fastball upstairs. Strikeout number 1 for Jones. 2 away now in the first, and Devin McCary will step up. You might get used to that if you're watching at home. Trey Jones, the 24-year-old, 34 strikeouts now. That's second most in the CWL behind only his teammate, Ayura Kobayashi. The first pitch to the righty McCary, a wave and a miss, strike 1. McCary, 6-0, 210 from the right side. Batting third today, 2 out, nobody on, and he looks at one high. Ball 1-1 the count to McCary.
That's what the A's got to do today. Limit the strikeouts, put the ball in play.
1-1 misses low and in the dirt. 2-1 to McCary. Jones takes a walk around the rubber before settling back in on it. Infield playing straight up, as is the outfield. Wind blowing slightly towards left field. A little bit of a haze upstairs with some clouds, but not many. As the 2-1 is swung on and missed. 2-2 the count to McCary. 2 out, nobody on in the top of the first. A's and Bombers scoreless. The semifinal in the International Division. Top-seeded Bombers against the 4th-seeded A's. Jones kicks and fires. The 2-2 check swing. He went around. Strike 3 as McCary can't hold up, and Jones has a pair of strikeouts in the top of the first. We head to the bottom half where the Bombers look to do some damage against the A's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Brief break after the top of the first as the Bombers come to bat in this scoreless game against the Canada A's. They will put out the following lineup against another familiar foe. We'll get more on Cole Rodriguez in a sec as Shuto Yamada leads it off in right field, batting second the second baseman Jonathan Hall-Thompson. Batting third, the left fielder Brandon Hoope. Batting fourth, the dangerous cleanup hitter at first base Jordan Smith. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Evan Laurie. Batting sixth, the catcher Alan Goodwin. Batting seventh, the center fielder Junior Coleman. Batting eighth, the third baseman Garrett Gonzalez. And batting ninth, the shortstop Michael Rodriguez. And we say familiar because just like Jones, Cole Rodriguez on the mound the last time he was out there was against these Bombers. So Bombers and A's, they know each other. They've seen each other, and Jones and Rodriguez in particular, even though this is Canada Day, Danny, this is a Southern-style showdown between the Texas native Rodriguez and the Georgia native Jones.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Rodriguez has today. He's been arguably the best pitcher on the A's all year. Had a couple rough innings in rough games, but you got to imagine that he's got some energy today in the playoff start.
And it really gets right to it as the Bombers at the top of the order led by Shuto Yamada, 379 on the year, and one of the best characters in the CWL. Holds his bat up high over his head, and he takes ball 1 high, 1-0 to Shuto Yamada. You can see Gottlieb, the third baseman, playing in right off the bat as Yamada can fly. The 1-0 to Yamada catches the outside part, 1-1.
Yeah, Yamada can fly, and he's had a number of routine ground balls become infield singles.
Rodriguez goes into a quick leg kick and gets a swing and a foul tip out of Yamada. 1-2 the count. Leading off the bottom of the first. Scoreless between the A's and the Bombers. Rodriguez stands at 6'1", 200 pounds. Also towards the first base side of the rubber. The 1-2, jammed, foul. This is what Yamada does. Even when he gets to 2 strikes, he battles and extends at-bats. He has only struck out 6 times this year, and this is 30th at-bat. Gottlieb, the third baseman, backs up a bit. Ahead of the 1-2, high leg kick and delivery. Chopped towards second. Sanchez will have to hurry, and he won't get there. He didn't even throw it as Yamada does what he does best, an infield hit to lead off the first, and the Bombers already something going with Hall-Thompson due up.
It's interesting because the softer he hits it, the better chance on a ground ball he's going to get to first, and that was easy.
And he doesn't often stay at first very long. 6 stolen bases to lead the Bombers, and Rodriguez wisely checks on him right away. No one out. Bottom of the first inning, Yamada, a leadoff single, and Jonathan Hall-Thompson, the righty, at the plate. Slide step and fire. First pitch swing, and Foster falls in center field. This will be a tough play, and it drops in for a base hit. Demetrius Foster slipped on the first step in, and you knew it was going to be trouble. Jonathan Hall-Thompson, a break for a single. And even though the Bombers haven't hit it particularly hard, they've got first and second, nobody out for Brandon Hoope.
Boy, that's a rough break. Looked like a very awkward fall. He kind of fell backwards and slipped forwards. Lucky break for the Bombers.
And not many have been hitting it harder than Hoope at the plate. Climbs up to the 3-hole. The first pitch to him, a breaking ball. Draws a wave and a miss. He was not wasting an ounce of energy on that one. Hoope, 281 on the year. Pair of runs batted in and 4 doubles. Likes to find those alleys. Has first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. Yamada, huge lead off of second. The fire home just low. And Matthew Nunn, the catcher, will take a moment to visit Rodriguez on the mound.
Well, now you got 2 runners on, nobody out. Couple of tough breaks, couple of things that don't go your way. You still got to focus on the hitter here. It's too early in the game to be worrying about the runners.
Hoope from British Columbia, representing the British Columbia Bombers, has been on fire as of late. Has a 1-1 count. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Rodriguez takes a look at Yamada, now fires home. Wave and a miss. Hoope couldn't hold back. 1-2 the count as Jordan Smith looms on deck. Bombers the 1 seed in the International Division, 9-4-1. Trying to get on the board early here. Rodriguez taking his time. Slide step home. Beautiful breaking ball. Gets a strike called. Hoope can't believe it, but he'll head back to the dugout as Rodriguez picks up a massive K.
A big first down. Now the double play's in order.
Jordan Smith, one of the most dangerous hitters in the CWL, steps up. Now 1 away, still runners at first and second. The big righty awaits the first pitch. Just low, ball 1. Tied atop the CWL with 4 dingers. Has a 1-0 count. Yamada off of second. Hall-Thompson at first. There goes Yamada towards third as Smith fouls it back. Yamada had third stolen easily had that not been fouled back.
Well, Smith was late on that pitch. I wonder if Yamada going kind of shifted his mind somewhere else for a split second, and he was later.
The 1-1 to Smith freezes him for a strike, 1-2. Rodriguez doing a great job mixing and matching so far. He's 1-2 with a 2.62 ERA. This is his 6th start. Trying to get out of trouble. The 1-2 fouled. Back again. Smith not far behind these pitches, but can't put him into play yet. 1-2 the count with 1 away in the bottom of the first. Scoreless between the Bombers and the A's. Yamada and Hall-Thompson led off with singles. They're still on base. Hoope struck out, and now Smith behind in the count, 1-2. Yamada continues to bounce. Rodriguez looks at him now. And time called at the plate. That's what Shuto does out there. Gets in the mind of the pitchers. Rodriguez trying to concentrate on the cleanup hitter. Sets the glove at the letters, now fires. Another foul over the press box. Good fight for Smith so far.
Well, Smith rarely strikes out and does get deep in the counts, makes the pitchers work. He's a fighter.
He's got 10 runs batted in, hitting .344 to go along with those 4 home runs. The 1-2 to him, fouled weakly in front of the plate. seeing all Rodriguez has to offer. It was a clean top of the first inning for Trey Jones, and the A's know they've got to keep the Bombers down if they have a chance to pull off the upset. Rodriguez locked in a battle with Smith. Stares in at him, now goes. Runners go as this one skied to center field. Playable for Foster. Gets underneath it and makes the catch for the second out. Yamada and Hall Thompson retreat as they were off with the pitch. 2 away now in the first with Laurie coming to bat.
Another big out. And it looked like the Bombers were going to go on one of those runs that we've seen them do all year. A really good job by Rodriguez. Stick with it.
But it really doesn't get easier, does it? Now Evan Laurie, .438 batting average, second in the California Winter League. First and second, 2 outs now, bottom of the first. Laurie swings at the first pitch, a looper towards left, and it's down for a base hit. Yamada rounds third, and he scores, and the Bombers take a 1-0 lead. Evan Laurie has done it all year long, and he didn't waste any time attacking the first pitch from Rodriguez and putting the Bombers up. Now 2 away, Bombers up 1, and Alan Goodwin, the catcher, coming to bat. Rodriguez has to focus now. Was 1 out away from getting out of it, but can't let it get away from him. The dangerous catcher, Goodwin, he swings at the first pitch, can't connect, 0-1. Goodwin, a pair of homers himself for a Bombers team that was tied for the league lead coming into this postseason. Hall Thompson at second, Laurie now at first. The 0-1, breaking ball up and in. Not particularly hard contact for these Bombers. An infield single, a blooper to center, and another blooper to left. But it's enough to put them up 1-0 here in the first. Goodwin patiently awaiting the 1-1. Rodriguez, a slide step and home. High fly ball towards right. Sanchez, the second baseman, called off by Lai, the first baseman, who makes the catch for the third out. But the Bombers get a run on 3 hits, and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the second inning.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the second inning here in Palm Springs, California, where the Bombers lead the A's 1-0. And the A's have their work cut out for them as Trey Jones already looking good in the first inning. A .75 ERA across 5 starts. That's just 2 earned runs allowed. It has not been easy against Jones, who makes it look easy whenever he steps on the rubber, Danny.
No doubt about that. And the A's got to be aggressive. And Jones isn't going to try to beat you with all this crazy stuff. He's going to throw fastballs down the middle and go right at you. So you got to come right back at him and be aggressive.
Nathaniel Lai, the big righty, will lead it off against Jones. First pitch to him, a swing and a miss upstairs. 0-1 the count to start the second inning. Bombers up 1-0 off of 3 weak hits, but they're hits nonetheless. As Jones into his windup, the 0-1, up and in. 1-1. Lai and Jones exchanging some words there and some smiles. Murakami recovers the foul ball, takes it back to the Bombers' dugout, and we're ready for the 1-1. Jones covers his face with his glove, then goes into his windup, misses his spot by a little bit, and Lai can't believe the call of a strike. Goodwin wanted it high. He got it low, and he got the call. 1-2 the count to Lai. It can be confusing against the 6'7", 230-pound righty. Big strike zone on him, and the 1-2. He has to chase it, and he can't connect. Strikeout number 3 for Trey Jones, who is looking like his regular season self.
Boy, perfect pitch from Jones there, right on the outside edge of the upper part of the zone. Beautiful. 91.
Matthew Nunn, the catcher, will look to get it going. Started the year so hot, now hitting just 220 from the left side. Closed batting stance, looks at pitch number 1 down low, ball 1. An A's offense that has struggled all year long. Statistically last in just about every offensive category, as Nunn can't connect with that one outside. 1-1. They're last in runs, hits, average, and stolen bases, and they just got their first homer on Wednesday. That was the last game of the regular season. They were the last team to hit a home run. As the 1-1 fouled sharply into the net. 1-2 to Matthew Nunn. With one away, no one on in the top of the second. Bombers up 1-0.
That's the pitch Jones has got to be careful with. 90, but right down the middle. If these A's hitters can catch up, could get ugly.
Kicks and delivers. Fouled back again. Nunn staying alive. Jones likes to work quickly, has a 4-pitch mix, a fastball, changeup, curveball, and slider. Nunn chokes up on the bat with 2 strikes. The 1-2 on the way to the catcher, and it could not be placed better. A gorgeous breaking ball gets strike 3, and Nunn is strikeout victim number 4.
Another perfect pitch, this time the breaking ball, and right on the outside edge.
It'll be up to Jonathan Gottlieb. 2 away, no one on in the top of the second. Bombers up 1-0. First pitch to Gottlieb, bit high. Check swing, no swing. Gottlieb from Palo Alto, California, 24 years old. Ahead in the count 1-0. Tied up a bit, able to take it. And ahead now 2-0 as Jones falls behind the first time. He'll take a deep breath because of that, wipe some sweat off his hands. Now he has his glove back on his left hand, the ball in his right. Then holds his glove straight in front of his face, goes into the windup, the 2-0. Tapped weakly foul behind the backstop, 2-1 to Gottlieb.
I know it started 2-0, but Jones hasn't missed the zone in about 5-6 pitches.
Even his misses are close. The 2-1. Wave and a miss. 91. Fastball right on the corner. Pinpoint command so far for Trey Jones. Already 4 strikeouts, and we're in the second inning. The 2-2 count with 2 away and no one on to Jonathan Gottlieb. Jones has his sign, now delivers towards Goodwin, and Gottlieb barely able to tap it foul. Just looks so uncomfortable for these A's hitters against Jones. And keep in mind, they saw him earlier in the week. Talked about it at the top of the broadcast. The last time Jones was out there was against these A's, and Jones struck out 10. So it's been the same story thus far. The righty from Georgia looks into Goodwin, has his sign, kicks and fires. The 2-2 jammed up the middle. Rodriguez tries to pick it, but can't, and Gottlieb will reach via the infield hit. Tough play for Rodriguez, ranging over from short. Gottlieb hustling down the line. And a base runner for the A's. They will take it any way it can come. Boy, the official scoring is going down as an error, but I don't know about that one. A really tough play for Rodriguez going to his left. Nonetheless, it'll be Tuzad Gabriel, the shortstop, up with 2 outs and a runner at first.
Yeah, it was really close. It's a tough one.
Goodwin blocks that one in the dirt, 1-0. Gabriel practicing his swing in between pitches. A's trying to put together a 2-out rally. Gabriel hitting 171 on the year. Takes the 1-0 on the inside corner, 1-1. Jones trying to work around the base runner. It has gone down as an error, so no hit for Gottlieb. Slide step, fires home, line, foul, past first. Very sharply hit by Gabriel. Big crowd on this Friday afternoon. International Division Round 1. Bombers and the A's. We've got the Grizzly and MLB China on the backfield. Grizzly up 8-2 in the 4th inning. Here the Bombers lead 1-0. And Jones, another K. Why not? 5 to send us to the bottom of the 2nd inning. He just looks serious on the mound, not even talking to anyone on his way back to the dugout. But he's got to keep doing what's working. We're headed to the bottom of the 2nd. Bombers 1, A's 0.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Bombers 1, A's 0. Semifinal for the International Division. And Trey Jones looking awfully good on the mound, so the Bombers looking to give him some more cushion against Cole Rodriguez. Junior Coleman, Garrett Gonzalez, and Michael Rodriguez, the 3 due up for the Bombers. First pitch here to the righty. Coleman attacked and fouled the other way. Coleman, the San Diego native, has had family in town from the start. Got to meet his dad, Reginald, early on, and he's been enjoying the Southern California sun. But they're used to it from San Diego. As the 0-1 to Coleman, fouled almost to the exact same spot, 0-2. Lots of families in town as we get close to wrapping up. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it's gone so quick, Brian.
Rodriguez ahead of Coleman, 0-2 to lead off the 2nd. Buries it in the dirt. Coleman doesn't chase, 1-2 the count.
Although he gave up a run, Rodriguez really didn't have a bad inning. A lot of weak contact, like you mentioned, and he's just got to forget about it. It's only a run, and a lot of time left in this ballgame.
High leg kick and the fire home. Coleman lined right to lie. The first baseman steps on the bag anyway. Why not? That's out number 1 as Gonzalez now steps up. But you're absolutely right, Danny. It was an infield single by Yamada. Hall Thompson blooped it to center, and the only reason it dropped was because Foster fell in center. And then Evan Laurie, the RBI single, another blooper to left. So all 3 hits very questionable against Rodriguez, whose first pitch to Gonzalez, low and in, 1-0 to Garrett Gonzalez, the third baseman. But this is an elite pitching matchup between Rodriguez and Jones. Gonzalez holds his bat way up over his head, and he sends this one into center field for a base hit. Line drive seemed to always come off the bat of the San Antonio native, who has a 1-out single to bring up Michael Rodriguez.
I love that lefty swing from Gonzalez. Very smooth, always up the middle. He's a gap-to-gap guy. A lot of line drives.
So now Mike Rodriguez, the shortstop. Already 4 base hits for the Bombers and a 1-0 lead in the 2nd. Rodriguez, the righty, awaits the delivery from Rodriguez. It's a strike down the middle, 0-1. Rodriguez from Chicago, Illinois, played Division III baseball at the University of Wisconsin-Superior. Has to wait as Rodriguez keeps an eye on the runner and then loops in a curveball. 0-2 the count. Rodriguez quickly behind. Gonzalez off of first, a one-out single. Bombers up 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Evan Laurie had the RBI single in the first. Rodriguez slide step home, another breaker, and it's tapped foul behind Rodriguez. Just barely able to get a piece of that one. Great Canada Day crowd witnessing this Canadian showdown between the A's and the Bombers. 0-2, runner faked it. Catcher none, then checks on Gonzalez on the back pick, but nothing doing. Ball at the plate, 1-2 to Rodriguez. Gonzalez will remain safely at first. We saw that go wrong for the Power earlier, Danny, as Brock Rudy, the catcher, tried to get some runners. But the Blue Sox magically escaped with a 13th consecutive win as the 1-2 to Rodriguez. Over to second on the ground. On to short for out number 1 and on to first for out number 2. A double play beautifully turned by Sanchez and Gabriel. 4-6-3 gets Rodriguez out of the inning. And we head to the third where the Bombers lead it 1-0.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the third inning in Palm Springs, British Columbia Bombers 1, Canada A's 0. And Trey Jones just continuing his dominance from the regular season. Already 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. And he's got Sanchez, Davis, and Foster due up for Canada. You know, Danny, I still remember going out to the bullpen, one of Jones' first starts, just trying to get to know him, ask him what he's throwing, what he's trying to do. And his teammates were giving him such a hard time, saying he's just trying not to get rocked. Well, he has not gotten rocked all year long.
He's dealing, and he's been dealing.
The first pitch to the righty Sanchez, a breaking ball to start it off 0-1 as Jones, the 4th best ERA in the CWL, just .75. Tries to go with the heater outside. Sanchez lays off. 1-1 the count to lead off the third. Bombers 1, A's 0. Jones gets the ball back from the catcher and goes right back into his motion. The 1-1 skied to center field. Coleman, no problem, makes the catch for out number 1.
Well, as long as Rodriguez can keep dealing for the A's, keep it close, all it takes is a couple hits and a good inning for the A's to get going and try to take the lead.
That is true, but it just has been a struggle for a team hitting under 200 as a team. Davis, the number 9 hitter, takes ball 1. No. Strike 1 again. A ball that is dropped and nowhere close to the spot is given to Jones, but I guess that's just how good he's been. Getting the benefit of the doubt. Davis, a tough break, starts back 0-1, but lines it just foul. Already choking up even before he gets to 2 strikes, but now he really has to choke up as Davis hitting just .63 on the year has the third baseman Gonzalez playing on the grass, even with the 0-2 count. The windup and the delivery. Close call. Jones was going into a strikeout strut, but no can do. Davis remains in the box 1-2 with one away, nobody on. Bombers up 1-0 in the third. The lefty Davis trying to get something going at the bottom of the order. Here comes the 1-2. A wave and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Trey Jones. 2 away, nobody on, and back comes the top of the order in Demetrius Foster.
Boy, that foul ball down the line, if it was fair, could have been a big fire starter for the A's with the top of the order coming up. But, Jones took advantage and got the K.
Demetrius Foster goes after the first pitch. A weak pop-up towards center. In comes Coleman, and he hauls it in for the third out. A 1-2-3 inning for Jones, and the Bombers hold on to a 1-0 lead headed to the bottom of the third.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
We bring you back to the bottom of the third inning where the Bombers still lead the A's by a score of 1-0. Top of the order due up for the Bombers, Yamada, Hall Thompson, and Hoope against the starter Rodriguez. And it's really been the same story all year long for the A's. They can't score, but they can pitch. They lead the league in ERA with just 2.17 as a team. They hold opponents to a league-best .218 batting average, and they've walked a league-best 28 batters. But their pitchers have just not gotten any help, and Rodriguez is going to have to keep it up on the mound against a tough part of the order. Yamada singled his first time up, ready for the first pitch. Big cut and a miss, 0-1 to Yamada.
If I'm the A's defense or infield, I'm playing a little bit farther up than usual.
I think they listen to you. They creep up a little bit before the 0-1, and it misses low and away, 1-1 to Yamada. Leading off the bottom of the third, Bombers 1-0. Yamada scored the game's only run back in the first, a leadoff single, and he came around on a Lori single. Takes one away, 2-1, the count to Yamada, who wears that 4XL jersey. It is bigger than he is, that's for sure, and he tucks it in, but it stands out just as the bright gold color does, and just as his speed does. As he takes the 2-1, close call goes against Yamada, 2-2. Didn't love it. And he'll have to fight off like he always does. Gottlieb, the third baseman, takes a couple of steps back. With the 2-2 count on the way. Shot foul. Look out. Thankfully, in between two gentlemen in the stands, and they're able to recover. Evan Schmeiser warns everyone through the PA to be on the lookout, and when Yamada's at the plate, everyone has to be aware. He sends foul balls galore. The 2-2 to him. This one is fair, and it's a hit. What else is new for Shuto Yamada? Takes a big round past first, but he'll head back there with a leadoff single for the second time today.
Boy, this guy Yamada just does not go away, Brian. I mean, even against a guy like Rodriguez, who's been mixing it up great today. He just fights and puts bat on ball.
Yeah, that was a 90-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer half, and he just shot it where it came from. That's what he's always trying to do, and now takes a massive lead off of first with Hall Thompson at the plate. There goes Yamada. Strike at the plate, but no throw even made. And there's a reason there wasn't a throw made. That's because batter's interference is going to be called on Hall Thompson. None took a big hit. Let's see, they're still organizing it. Yamada heads back to first, even though he was going to be safe on the steal attempt. Paul Nochi, the A's manager, going to come to talk to the home plate umpire, Billy Yeager, for clarification.
Well, I think Hall Thompson's backswing clipped one of the hands of Nunn while he was, before he threw the ball down to second. So I think if Yamada wouldn't have gone to second, I don't think that would have been batter's interference because it would have just been his backswing.
Yeah, but all year long in this scenario, they've called the batter out, which is what I believe Nochi, the manager for the A's, has to be talking about with Billy Yeager, the home plate umpire. They are still talking about it as the entire A's infield meets at the mound. Pretty big decision here with the top of the Bombers lineup due. Let's see what the decision is as Nochi heads back to the dugout. Yamada's back at first, so no stolen base for him, and they're going to keep Hall Thompson at the plate.
That's interesting. I feel like somebody has to be out if you're calling interference on the throw down to second.
And Nochi's talking with Jimmy Johnson, the Blue Sox manager, and they don't look pleased with the call. But after all that, 0-1 the count to Jonathan Hall Thompson. Yamada back at first. Bombers up 1-0 in the third. Thompson fouls it out of play. So very weird start to this frame. Yamada began with a leadoff single. He tried to steal, but he was sent back after the batter's interference. However, Hall Thompson remains at the plate. Nobody out. Hoope on deck, and Hall Thompson behind 0-2. Rodriguez takes a glance at Yamada. Not as big of a lead this time. The slide step home. Chopper to short. In comes Gabriel. He'll get the easy out at first and retire Hall Thompson. Yamada advances to second with one away.
I'm really confused, Brian. Earlier in the season, they were calling the batter out, like you said. So I'm really curious to know why that call was made, or if it was some sort of different call.
And to add to the confusion, there's literally a drone in center field right now. And I don't think anyone sees it, but it's hanging out above the field as the first pitch to Hoope will have to wait. Rodriguez checks on the runner at second. Do you see that, Danny, or is it just me?
I do. Now it's moving over to third base. Somebody's having fun.
Well, I hope we get that footage. And be careful, because Hoope can hit it up there. Rodriguez glances at Yamada, and Hoope attacks the first pitch over towards right, tailing foul, but Snowden giving chase and running into the wall, unable to corral it. That is a painful wall there, and Snowden has to shake it off. Just now picking up his glove and his cap that both fell as he ran into the wired fence down the first base line.
Yeah, that's not the fence that you want to run into. It's about belt high and chain link. No protective, what do they call that?
Padding?
Yellow piping that you put on the top of there.
Yeah, there's none of that.
The best thing to do in that situation is just slide so your feet hit the fence first, but it's tough when you're running full speed.
He's back in his right field position. Rodriguez gave him a moment on the mound. Now ready to fire the 0-1 towards Hoope. But first, a couple of glances towards Yamada. Hoope lines it towards left center field, over the head of the center fielder Foster, and to the wall. Yamada in from second. He scores the second run of the game, and the Bombers lead it 2-0. Had that drone stuck around, it might have been hit by the Hoope double. And now 6 hits on the board for the Bombers. 2 runs, both scored by Yamada, the chaos creator at his best.
Great piece of hitting. right on the inside part of the plate.
And they're going to intentionally walk Jordan Smith. How about that? I don't think I've seen that all year long, but hey, when you have the league leader in home runs, Smith, take your base. But how about the decision to instead face the second best batting average in the league in Evan Laurie, who already has an RBI single today? Pick your poison if you're the A's and Cole Rodriguez.
Well, very interesting decision, but I can see why, because Jordan Smith does not hit a lot of ground balls. He usually either pops it up or hits a fly. Maybe Laurie's a bit more prone to the ground ball.
2-0 lead for the Bombers in the bottom of the third. Runners at first and second, one away. Laurie the lefty up. Way outside, ball one. Nunn had to reach out to hold it in. Rodriguez losing a little bit of his command here as action gets going in the A's bullpen. Looks like it's Brendan Knoll. But right now, this is Rodriguez's jam. Hoope the RBI double. He's at second. Jordan Smith intentionally walked. He's at first. The 1-0 to Laurie. Upstairs, ball 2, 2-0. Evan Laurie, the third of 3 hits back in the first inning. His drove in Yamada to give the Bombers a 1-0 lead. It's become 2-0 here in the bottom of the third as the top-seeded Bombers look to put away the A's. The 2-0 from Rodriguez. Good off-speed delivery. Laurie wanted a fastball. Instead, he got a changeup, and it's 2-1. Rodriguez, a long look into Nunn, his catcher. Quick glance back towards Hoope. Now the slide step home. Another wave and a miss. Perhaps not where he wanted that changeup, higher in the zone, but he got Laurie swinging past it. And he's back even, 2-2. With 2 runners on and 1 away. Bombers up 2-0. Laurie waves his bat towards Rodriguez a couple of times. Now settles into his stance. Slightly open from the left side. The slide step home. Jammed. Up in the air, infield coming in, but it's Rodriguez, the pitcher, who takes care of it and gives his second baseman a pat on the back saying, thank you for the effort, but I've got it. And that's out number 2.
Another chance for Rodriguez to limit the damage. Getting up some hard contact now. If he can keep it 2-0. Be a lot more confidence in that A's batting order.
He's got to get past Goodwin, who popped up to first his first time up. But he's hitting .290 on the year. High leg kick, and the delivery nearly hits Goodwin. Instead, ball 1, 1-0 to the catcher. Hoope remains at second, Smith at first. 2 away now as Rodriguez tries to get out of it with his team down just 2-0. Slow tapper foul, 1-1 to Goodwin. A lot of experience at the D3 level as well for Alan Goodwin, including when he was the 17th best hitter when it came to batting average, hitting .457 in 2023 with Valley Forge. That's up in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Can he come through here for the Bombers? That's a 1-1 count. Breaking ball fouled out of play. Goodwin, actually, one of the few public signings that have already been announced. The Florence Yalls announced that Goodwin will be playing with them in Kentucky, the Frontier League. So Goodwin has certainly made an impression. Has Hoope at second, Smith at first. 2 away and a 1-2 count. Bombers already up 2-0. Looking for more. Rodriguez, high leg kick and home towards Goodwin. High and foul. Goodwin not backing down.
I'd like to see a breaking ball from Rodriguez here. In the front door, right on the hit.
He tried to jam Goodwin on the last one with 90 up and in. Caught a little bit too much of the plate. What does he go to on the 1-2? Slide step home and a wave and a miss on a ball in the dirt. There, you got it, Danny. You asked for it, and Rodriguez gets a K. Bombers head to the top of the 4th inning up 2-1, 2-0, but they did leave 2 runners on, so a 2-0 lead for the Bombers over the A's. First pitch, a strike to Matthew Nunn. Just getting going here in the top of the fourth inning. And make it Steve Snowden actually leading off for the A's. As Snowden takes a big hack and a miss, 0-2. We were just so distracted, Danny, because in between innings, perhaps the most impressive feat of the day, as Jones doesn't waste any time, ready to rock and roll on this 0-2. High leg kick and the fire up and away, ball one. A couple in the stands had to name all 10 Canadian provinces here on Canada Day, and we were all engaged on if he could do it. It took him a second, but he got him.
Yeah, very impressive. Very impressive.
The 1-2 to Snowden. A strikeout. You guessed it. Number 7 for Trey Jones. We're here in the top of the fourth inning. The Bombers lead at 2-0. And if Trey Jones can keep it up, he's going to pass his very own teammate for the strikeout lead in the CWL. He just tied Ayura Kobayashi with 40 strikeouts on the year. 7 in this game alone. He had 10 the last time he faced the A's. And every inning, he looks more and more impressive as he starts off the AB with McCary, a fastball on the corner, strike one.
Well, he's on pace for more than 10 strikeouts today, Evan. He's working.
0-1, big hack, and no contact. McCary late on a fastball. Jones mixing all 4 of his pitches today. And he's in control of the righty-righty matchup. The 0-2 to McCary, fouled straight back.
Well, I'm curious to see how long Jones goes. You think he would go the whole game, or they save him for the rest of the playoffs?
The 0-2 from Jones gets away from Goodwin, so McCary swung and missed, but he'll reach first on the wild pitch. There's a break the A's have needed, as it seems like the only way they can reach against Jones is still by striking out, but then by reaching as the ball gets away. So let's see if Nathaniel Lai can capitalize on it. And on Wednesday, Lai hit the very first home run the A's have had all year, so he is dangerous at the plate. As well as this game is going, it can change in a heartbeat. Jones out of the stretch for really the first time, and he gets a swing and a miss out of Lai. 0-1 after the strikeout in the wild pitch has McCary at first. Quick delivery towards Lai. He fouls it back. 0-2. Lai struck out his first time up. Total of 7 strikeouts for Jones. His 8th is standing at first. Tying run at the plate. Nathaniel Lai, the big 6'7", 230-pound righty. Awaiting the 0-2 from Jones. Slide step and home and swung on and missed. Lai has been tied up in knots all afternoon. And he walks back slowly to the dugout. 2 away now. Runner still at first. Bombers up 2-0 in the 4th.
I love that inside fastball from Trey Jones. I mean, that thing is almost unhittable. And if you do make contact, you've probably got a broken bat.
Matthew Nunn now, the tying run. He's still looking for their first hit. If you remember, a close call earlier went as an error. As Jones delivers a first pitch fastball, strike one. Nunn, as you can imagine, also struck out his first time up. So many of these A's hitters have. Struggling all afternoon against Jones. Can't connect with that one either. Nunn trying to tell himself to stay in the box. Keep his hands in. He's been good at it all year. In a bit of a slump right now. Has McCary at first. 2 away in the fourth. And able to stay alive.
Well, Nunn's just struggling getting that front foot down against the hard fastballs from Jones. Just a little bit earlier with the timing.
Jones takes a deep breath, now fires the 1-2, fouled into the net.
A little bit more of an early load. Get that foot down and be on time. You'll barrel it up a lot better doing that. Nunn's got a good swing.
Murakami's been busy in the Bombers' dugout recovering all these foul balls. Gets that last one back to the umpire. The 1-2 again, upstairs, 2-2. Nunn extending this at-bat, forcing Jones to take off his cap, walk back behind the mound. It is a pretty warm day in Palm Springs, 74 degrees at first pitch. And I know what you might be saying, that's warm? Well, here it is in February. As the 2-2 from Jones. Fouled again, and here comes Murakami, the savior, delivering a pair of baseballs to the home plate umpire and then recovering the latest foul ball. So even though he's not in the game, fully engaged is Taichi Murakami. McCary takes his lead off of first. He reached via the strikeout and the wild pitch. And Nunn will make everyone hold on a second. Crouches down, grabs some dirt, rubs it all over his bat, and prepares for the 2-2. Jones asking Brendan Boucher something, the second base umpire. He's got his answer, now looks towards Goodwin, the catcher. The 2-2 count with 2 away, runner at first. Breaking ball, never got there, 3-2 as Nunn doing a great job battling here.
Yeah, maybe the A's hitters can take a page from Nunn's book here. Make Jones beat you.
Runner will be off on the 3-2. Fouled back by Nunn. Murakami again. You love to see it. Getting some exercise out of the dugout, and Nunn making Jones sweat out there on the mound. Bombers up 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning, but the A's trying to make some noise here. Runner at first, 2 away, and Nunn chokes up ahead of the payoff pitch. In play towards third, Gonzalez charges, throws high, but Smith helps to be tall at first, keeps his toe on the bag, and retires the third out. So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Bombers 2, A's nothing.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back to Palm Springs, California. The Bombers up 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. This is one of the International Division playoff games between Canada and British Columbia. Last we heard from the auxiliary field, the Alberta Grizzlies lead MLB China 9-3 in the sixth inning. We appreciate Jesse Romero, our trusted stat keeper over there, letting us know what is going on. Earlier, the Oregon Lumberjacks defeated the Palm Springs Chills 7-6 back there, and the Washington Blue Sox defeated the Power over here in the stadium 3-1. So it'll be Blue Sox and Lumberjacks tomorrow. But here, the first pitch to Junior Coleman, low and in the dirt for ball one, as Rodriguez, the starter, remains on the mound despite there being some action in the Canada bullpen, and I think they look ready. But Paul Nochi letting Rodriguez go a bit here in the fourth.
I think they'll give him a batter and kind of see where he's at.
It hasn't been hard contact most of the day. 2 runs, 6 hits. But those 3 in the first inning were all weak contact. Hupe did get some good wood on the RBI double, but other than that, just some tough luck for Rodriguez, who gets this one to the backstop. 2-1. Bad miss there against Coleman. 2-1 the count to the center fielder. Lined out to first. 0-for-1 with Gonzalez on deck. Rodriguez to follow. Bombers up 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth. High leg kick from Rodriguez and a wave and a miss on one upstairs. 2-2 to Junior Coleman. Rodriguez takes a long look in towards Nunn, has the pitch he wants, and it's sent towards left center field, playable for Foster, who calls off the left fielder and makes the catch for out number 1. That's a new left fielder as well. Looks like Rogelio Vega has replaced Justin Davis. But for Rodriguez, one away in the bottom of the fourth, and Garrett Gonzalez step into the plate. Gonzalez singled his first time up, goes into his Craig Counsell-like batting stance, and sends it a mile high. Rodriguez, the pitcher, Nunn, the catcher, converging, and it's Nunn who makes the basket catch in foul territory. We've seen Rodriguez catch one pop-up. He wanted a second, but Nunn called him off. And that's 2 quick outs for Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the Michael variety, not Cole Rodriguez, will be up for the Bombers. A Rodriguez versus Rodriguez battle. The other day we had Knoll versus Knoll. Evan Schmeiser had a great time with that one. But here Rodriguez the pitcher against Rodriguez the hitter. The first pitch, a strike, 0-1. Two 2-0 lead for the Bombers in the bottom of the fourth inning. The 0-1 from Rodriguez pulled in the dirt. You can see him trying a little too hard on that last delivery. Infield playing straight up. Outfield, their normal depth as well. Wind barely blowing out towards left as the 1-1 is waved at and missed. Rodriguez, the batter, cannot connect with 88 up in the zone. And Rodriguez wants this out because Yamada is on deck. Don't want to turn the lineup over. Ahead 1-2. And it's a strikeout for Cole Rodriguez on the mound. He ends the bottom of the fourth with a 1-2-3 inning, and we head to the top of the fifth. Bombers 2, A's 0.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
We're back in the top of the 5th inning. Bombers 2, A's 0. And Trey Jones remains on the mound for the Bombers. He's got Gottlieb, Gabriel, and Sanchez due up. The A's have had 2 base runners today. An error and a strikeout that reached via the wild pitch. That's it. Jones completely dominating on the mound. 9 strikeouts through 4 innings. And it's scary to think what these Bombers have in store. We have not even seen Ayura Kobayashi, who came into the game leading the league in strikeouts. But guess what? Your teammate just passed you up. Trey Jones now leads the league in strikeouts with 9 today. That's 42 for the year. He readies the first pitch to Gottlieb, and he has to get out of the way. 1-0 to Gottlieb. That's nearly 89 in the chest.
If Jones can go the distance, there's no telling how many Ks he'll end up with after Brendan or
Gottlieb puts
Brian.
this one into play. Chasing is Hoope in from left, and he gets there in time for the first out. More weak contact. When they have made contact, that's what it's been. An F7 from Gottlieb, and Tuzad Gabriel, the shortstop, will look to get on. Takes the end of his bat, writes something in the dirt before stepping into the right-handed batter's box.
What was your routine going up to the box, Brian? Do you have one? Or you just step in there?
Gabriel shows bunt, brings it back 1-0 with 1 away in the top of the 5th. Bombers up 2-0. I think the only approach I could describe is, what is everyone else thinking? Unfortunately, I was 2 in my head, and that's why I would strike out most of the time. The 1-0 lined over the second baseman and down for a base hit. Coleman collects it, and Tuzad Gabriel puts the A's in the hit column for the first time here in the top of the 5th inning. 91 off the bat of Gabriel. And finally, they break through against Jones. We'll see how he responds to losing that. 1 away in the top of the 5th inning. Bombers still up 2-0, but the A's do bring the tying run to the plate. It's been a close game. Rodriguez matching Jones pretty much all game long, except for some weak contact that's led to 2 runs.
Well, you can feel the energy in the A's dugout.
Breaking ball buried. Goodwin has to block it, and Sanchez lays off. 1-0 the count to Sanchez, who made good contact his first time up, flied out to center. From Cape Canaveral, Florida, Sanchez tries to hold up, but it's a strike anyway. 1-1 the count with 1 away in the 5th. Gabriel at first after the leadoff single following Gottlieb's flyout, so not a leadoff single. But it felt like a leadoff single with the energy it's brought to the A's. Sanchez trying to capitalize, but he's behind a fastball. 1-2 the count. Jones not looking like he's been phased by allowing that base hit. Brings the glove to his chest. Now checks on the runner. A close call over there, but Gabriel able to get in there safely.
Gabriel's got to look out. That's a hard ball coming in.
Continues to take a pretty wide lead off of first, and he extends it ahead of the 1-2, not going anywhere, and the delivery is high. Goodwin gets it right back to Jones. I don't think I've ever seen a catcher get the ball back to the pitcher quicker than that. Jones will take a break, though, after receiving it. Anytime he's felt any sort of trouble, he's done that. Just collects himself. Now back on the rubber. Left foot in front of the right into the slide step, but he misses high. 3-2. Ivan Sanchez working a patient at bat, and Jones will take another walk behind the rubber. This time takes his hat off. And there is beginning to be some stretching in the Bombers' bullpen. 2-0 lead for the 1-seed Bombers here in the top of the 5th. A's trying to make some noise. Runner at first, 1 away, 3-2 the count to Sanchez. The payoff pitch, upstairs, ball 4, and Sanchez fires up his dugout on the way to first, giving them a motion saying, let's go, let's get into it. And up comes the new hitter, Rogelio Vega.
Great opportunity for the A's here. It's like we'll have a meeting. Got to take advantage of Jones's missed pitches and Get that top of the order back up if they can.
That's right. It'll be Vega for the first time coming in for Davis. But as the manager, Tom Vaith, makes this visit to the mound, we want to remind you that Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. Tom Vaith spending a long time at the mound, so long that the home plate umpire, Billy Yeager, is going to have to break it up. Vaith talking to his starter, Trey Jones, who had not allowed a hit coming into this fifth inning. Striking out 9, got the first batter out in this frame, but then a single from Tuzad Gabriel and a walk to Sanchez puts runners at first and second, 1 away. And Rogelio Vega hitting for Justin Davis. He came in to left field earlier. We'll get a crack at it for the first time. From Santa Ana, California, 5'7", 170 from the right side is Vega. Jones slide steps home, misses downstairs, 1-0 to Vega. 0 for 19 on the year is Vega. What a moment this would be for his first base knock. An A's offense that has struggled mightily all year. The 1-0 catches the inside corner, 1-1 to Vega.
Well, what he can't do is assume that Jones is going to walk him. You got to be up there aggressive, and I'm sure he is trying to get his first hit.
The 1-1 to Vega, late on that delivery upstairs, 1-2. After falling behind, Jones bounces back, 1-2 ahead of Vega. Gabriel off of second, Sanchez at first. They reach with a single and a walk as Gustafson gets going in the Bombers' bullpen. The 1-2 to Vega, a wave and a miss, strike 3. Number 10 for Jones. And he's 1 out away from escaping some trouble. He'll have to get through Foster and the top of the order, though.
Interesting choice to put Vega in there in this position and not give Justin Davis another shot.
For the second consecutive start, Trey Jones has struck out double digits. He had 10 on Monday against the A's, and he's got 10 on Friday against the A's. Foster takes the first pitch, a strike, 0-1. With 2 away in the top of the fifth, Bombers up 2-0. A's do have the tying run at first and the go-ahead run at the plate. Demetrius Foster, the center fielder, trying to come up with a big hit. Hitting .314 on the year. The 0-1 to him, lined the other way, but tails foul. Gustafson had to take a look up from his warm-ups, and everyone will reset as Foster behind the count, 0-2. Jones has been masterful all afternoon long. Trouble for the first time. The first hit of the afternoon for the A's, Gabriel, he got a single. He's at second as a ball makes its way out onto the left field warning track. So another moment. But Gabriel off of second with the single. Sanchez at first after the walk. Foster behind 0-2 with 2 away. The pitch to him, chopped, foul behind Goodwin.
I thought I fixed those holes in the net yesterday, Brian. I don't know what's going on.
I guess not.
Those hitters can hit the ball hard, I guess.
It's Georgia against Georgia. Baxley, Georgia for Trey Jones. Douglasville, Georgia for Foster. Who will win it? The 0-2 upstairs. Ball 1. 1-2 now to Demetrius Foster. 0 for 2 on the day. Represents the go-ahead run as the A's trail 2-0 in the fifth. Winner go home time. There is no tomorrow if you take the L. A's trying to avoid that on Canada Day. Jones takes a look at Gabriel, now fires home. Another foul ball, this time past first. And Foster fighting to stay alive. You love to see it. Wind continues to barely blow out towards left field. Infield looking to support their pitcher, playing straight up with the 2 runners on. Outfield relatively shallow against Foster and shaded towards left against the lefty. The 1-2, grounded past first. Smith stops it. He'll take it himself for the 3rd out of the inning. The big first baseman can do more than just hit. He just saved a pair of runs with a nifty play at first, and Jones gets out of it. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Bombers still up 2-0.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Bottom of the fifth inning here in Palm Springs, California, and the Bombers hanging on to a 2-0 lead over the Canada A's. Jordan Smith, the first baseman, just saved at least one, if not 2 runs that would have tied the game. But he did an excellent job taking care of it himself, stepped on the bag, and brings the top of the order up for the Bombers, who will continue to face the starter, Cole Rodriguez, still out there for the red and the white. Shuto Yamada at the plate, 2 for 2 already. Looks at the first pitch in the dirt, 1-0. It's been all Shuto today. 2 for 2, 2 runs scored. Those are the 2 runs for the Bombers. It's that simple.
I like the decision to keep Rodriguez in here. Give him one more chance. Get one more clean inning out of him if you can, and then go to the bullpen.
Yeah, there's been a couple of different A's warming up in the bullpen, but Rodriguez has not let them come in. The 1-0 to Shuto, misses low and away, 2-0. Rodriguez from Tomball, Texas. Spending some time at the University of Toledo D1 program before ending up at Northwestern Oklahoma State, a D2. Able to get that one in the zone on Shuto, 2-1 now. Just 23 years old is Rodriguez, and he has fought through a lot of adversity in this game alone. Ready's the 2-1 and fires. Chopper to first. Beautiful stop by Lai. On to Rodriguez. Out at first. Nathaniel Lai saw Jordan Smith in the top half and said, I can do better than that at first. A masterful stop, and to get Yamada among all the runners hustling down the line for out number 1. Just a perfect play to start the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, backhand long hop. Lai's, what, 6'7"? That thing was caught at his head. Really tough play. And a great one.
And it's a massive first out. You keep Yamada off the bases, and now you face 2, 3, and maybe 4. For the moment, empty. Jonathan Hall-Thompson steps up after that web gem, an El Paseo Jewelers web gem. As the first pitch catches the inside part, 0-1. Rodriguez has trusted the breaking ball, and it's resulted in some good stuff. After 1 run in the first and 1 in the third, he has settled down. Here he yanks one in the dirt, 1-1 to Hall-Thompson. A game full of tension, a lot of stress with a lot on the line. A trip to the International Division Finals. As Hall-Thompson takes one low, 2-1. We already know the Alberta Grizzly will be there. They defeated MLB Development Center China 9-5. So the Grizzly awaiting the winner of the A's and the Bombers. Right now it's the Bombers up 2-0 in the 5th. Chopper right back to Rodriguez on the mound. He gathers, fires, and gets out number 2. Rodriguez has not looked phased at all fielding his position. Pitchers are athletes too, Danny, and he showed it there for the second out as Brandon Hoope now steps to the plate.
Yeah, great job hopping off the mound there. Love to see it.
Brandon Hoope, an RBI double his last time up. Looks at the first one up and in, ball one. Hoope has been one of those hitters all year that you look at the batting average, you look at the stats, and it's already good enough, but you just know there's more because he hits missiles time after time, and he had one for that RBI double earlier. Here it takes another close one. This time it goes against him. 1-1 to Brandon Hoope. With 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Bombers up 2-0 over the A's. Both starters remain in the game. Rodriguez, the leg kick and the fire, and a very uncomfortable swing from Hoope, who will take a long walk out of the batter's box. Rodriguez making him look silly with the breaker.
That beautiful curveball right up and in on that corner.
He can go all sorts of places, can Rodriguez. Goes high, and Hoope lays off. 2-2. Trying to get his offense back to the plate. Bombers up 2-0 in the 5th, but still time for Canada to make noise. The 2-2 delivery from Rodriguez to Hoope. Up again, 3-2. You don't want to walk Hoope with Smith on deck. Hoope played to pull by the infield and the left fielder Vega, hugging the line down in left field. The payoff pitch to Hoope in the dirt, ball 4. So you do walk Hoope with 2 outs, and let's see if that's it for Rodriguez or if Nochi gives him a chance to face Smith. Nochi will come out. No signal yet. Infield converging. Nochi approaching the mound. And it looks like the ball has been handed to the catcher, Matthew Nunn. Still no entrance from the bullpen. And it looks like Nochi is going to give his starter a shot. Cole Rodriguez will get the opportunity to face the league-leading home run hitter, Jordan Smith. With 2 away in the bottom of the 5th, Bombers up 2-0. Hoope at first after the 2-out walk. And we'll see if this gamble pays off. You've had Brett Elmer and Brendan Knoll warming up in the bullpen for quite a while now. But Paul Nochi, the manager, giving his starter a shot. Nochi has been around the game a long time. He played 70 games in the majors for the Reds and the Cubs. Part of the World Series champion Cincinnati Reds in 1990, so he knows what he's doing. Rodriguez trying to make him look good. The righty-righty matchup begins as Hoope takes off for second. The throw from Nunn, not in time. A stolen base for Brandon Hoope, taking advantage of all the attention being on Smith. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 away, an 0-1 count to Jordan Smith. Bombers already up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th and looking for an important insurance run. After Hoope walked with 2 outs, he steals second and he's off of second. Rodriguez takes a look back at him. Now slide steps home. Low. Ball 1-1-1 to Smith.
Well, this is what you live for, Brian. Rodriguez gets a chance to face the big power hitter for the Bombers. Playoffs on the line. Let's see what happens.
The 1-1 to Smith. Massive cut. And a fouled straight back. 1-2 to Jordan Smith, who was intentionally walked last time there was a scenario similar to this one. First base was open, and they walked him to face Laurie. First base is now open with Hoope at second, but it looks like Rodriguez is coming right after the cleanup hitter. High leg kick, and the fire hits Smith in the shoulder. That's pretty anticlimactic. Smith will try to shake it off on his way to first, and Evan Laurie will come to the plate with runners at first and second, 2 away. And we'll see if that's it for Rodriguez, and it will be. So Nochi, the manager, gave him a shot. He was ahead 1-2, but he ended up hitting Smith, and now they're going to go to the bullpen. Tough to see, Danny.
Yeah, tough to see, you know, the frustration after slapping his glove after hitting Smith there. You can tell he's frustrated because he knows he pitched a good game. You know, those 2 runs aren't all on hits and hard hits. You know, it's a tough thing to deal with, but still a good outing. Got his strikeouts here and there, pitch to contact. See if the bullpen can keep it at 2-0.
So Rodriguez exit to an embrace from Kent Evans Jr. and a lot of high fives as he reaches the dugout. Also a nice round of applause from the Canadian crowd here at Palm Springs Stadium. There's 2 away and runners at first and second in the bottom of the 5th. Bombers trying to add to their lead. We'll take this moment to remind you to keep up to date with everything California Winter League by following us on social media. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League. You can also visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. That is where you'll be able to find information about the playoffs, like the fact that the Alberta Grizzly will be awaiting the winner of this game tomorrow. Grizzly defeating MLB DC China by a score of 9-5. Blue Sox and Lumberjacks winning earlier today. They will face off in the American Division. That game taking place at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So no matter the result here, the Bombers or the A's will play at 12:30 against the Grizzly. And both of those games will happen right here at Palm Springs Stadium. No more backfield games. Jesse Romero will join us finally. And we'll have a full-on party for the semifinals and the finals here at the California Winter League. But who will be there? That is what we will try to find out. And it'll be Brett Elmer for the A's trying to get out of a jam here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, Brian, I love the anticipation for the next games. I love this part of the playoffs where some of the first games have happened. It's starting to shape up. And you start to get excited for these matchups and, place your bets, make your predictions.
Yeah, and you knew with this matchup that it would be closer than maybe the seeding would suggest. The number 1 seed Bombers against the 4-seeded A's. It's played out exactly like we kind of envisioned. An A's team that has struggled to score all year long, they continue to struggle. No runs on the board, just 1 hit, but they can pitch, and they have done that, held the Bombers to just 2 runs. A Bombers offense that ranks near the top in most offensive categories. And they're looking for a big insurance run here. Evan Laurie will step to the plate, the lefty, with Houpe at second, Smith at first, and Brett Elmer, the new pitcher, on the mound. 6'1", 210-pound righty from Michigan. He's been wonderful all year. 0-1 with a .65 ERA in 10 2/3 innings. Most of those out of the bullpen. The first pitch to Laurie, buried in the dirt. Runners advancing as none. Felt some pain on that pitch. The catcher didn't react immediately, and Houpe and Smith advanced into scoring position, and now an even more golden opportunity for Laurie. Already an RBI single today. He got the scoring started in the first, hitting over .440 on the year. Awaits the turn and the kick from Elmer. Low and in strike. Laurie didn't love it, but it's 1-1 now. Elmer gets the benefit of that one. This is his 7th appearance. And he is trying to close the book for Cole Rodriguez, responsible for those 2 runners in scoring position. The 1-1 to Laurie, blocked by Nunn. Did get in front of that one, and that's a big-time stop.
Yeah, very important stop there. Now, 2's one thing, but right when it starts getting 3 or 4, it seems like a lot more.
We've had Georgia versus Georgia. Here we have Michigan versus Michigan. Laurie from Howell, Michigan. Elmer from Washington, Michigan. Everyone will take a break on the 2-1.
I wonder if these guys played each other during, their younger years in travel ball or something.
Could be, as the 2-1 from Elmer on the way, blocked again by Nunn, but importantly laid off of by Laurie, who is in command 3-1 with 2 runners in scoring position. Bombers up 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Laurie looking to break it open for British Columbia. Elmer takes his time, turns and fires home. Low again, ball 4. Bases will be loaded with 2 away for Alan Goodwin.
Well, that makes you think that maybe you keep Rodriguez in for one more batter. But, hindsight's 20/20, Brian.
But first base was open after the wild pitch, and now you have a righty-righty matchup against Goodwin, so maybe that was an unintentional walk. But that was definitely not intentional. A wild pitch to the backstop, and Hoope scores the third run of the game. Just getting away from Elmer right out of the hands, and a tough break for the A's, trying to get out of the bases-loaded jam. Now they have the Bombers up 3-0 and 2 runners still in scoring position for Goodwin as Nunn walks back to the mound with Elmer.
Well, definitely a good time for a conference. The third one's already in. You definitely don't want 4 and 5. Got to come up with some sort of plan here against Goodwin.
Well, the A's offensively average 2.33 runs per game. So 3 is already a big hill to climb. 4 and 5 would become a mountain, like those mountains past center field in Joshua Tree National Park that you get to see every day on the stream. Goodwin trying to make that happen. A 1-0 count to him with runners at second and third, 2 out. The windup gets past Nunn again, and Smith will score via the wild pitch. A wild fifth inning, 2 consecutive wild pitches give the Bombers a 4-0 lead, and you can just feel the air being let out of the balloon for the A's in this inning. 4-0 now in the fifth, and a 2-0 count to Goodwin.
Yeah, just an inning ago, they got a hit and a couple guys on. There was some positive energy coming from the dugout, and now it's getting a little deflated.
Not what Paul Noce wanted when he went to the bullpen. The starter, Rodriguez, was an out from getting away. He hit Smith, though, and then Elmer. 2 wild pitches for 2 more runs, nearly a third, but none gets in front of this one. Makes it 3-0 with 2 away in the bottom of the fifth. Bombers up 4-0, and Laurie remains at third. Let's see if Goodwin gets the green light here. Takes a strike in the zone, 3-1, and a bit of a Bronx cheer here from the crowd after that one gets in the zone. Elmer readies his 3-1 to Goodwin, who waves and misses at that one, 3-2.
All right, a nice deep breath, couple strikes, finish them off here. Get your hitters back.
The payoff pitch to Goodwin, grounded towards short, off the glove of Gabriel and into left field, a base hit. Laurie scores. Goodwin thought about second, but he'll head back to first. Another run in for the Bombers as they now lead it 5-0 in the fifth, and nothing going the way of the Canada A's now. And that will be a hit. Hard off the bat, tough play for Gottlieb and Gabriel. It ended up being off of Gabriel at short. And it's all Bombers now, 5-0 with Junior Coleman at the dish. Couldn't hold back the check swing, 0-1 to Coleman. That was the first hit of the inning for the Bombers, yet they've got 3 runs. Walks, hit by pitches, and wild pitches, the story here in the fifth. Coleman fouls this one straight back, out of play and right in front of us. Good effort. And a gentleman wearing all blue waves that ball high up in the air, a souvenir for our great fans here at Palm Springs Stadium. The 0-2 blocked by Nunn, not chased by Coleman. And we're getting closer to knowing our International Division Championship. Bombers feeling good about their chances. Likely won't see Jones, the starter, back out there in the sixth, but we shall see. It's been a long fifth inning, 3 runs already across. As Coleman keeps it going, chops it foul. 1-2 the count remains. A 5-0 lead for the Bombers. 9-4-1 in the regular season, good enough to earn the top seed. And here they are facing the Canada A's, came in 4-10-1. Had lost 8 of their previous 9, ended the regular season with a win against China, and trying to keep their hopes alive here. The 1-2 to Coleman, way upstairs, 2-2.
It seems like Elmer's trying to do a little too much here, overthrowing a bit. He's got to pitch to contact, Get his hitters out of the dugout.
The 2-2 gets a strikeout, does Elmer, to finally end the bottom of the 5th inning. But the A's can't get back to the dugout quickly enough as they trail 5-0 headed to the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back with more CWL baseball.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Well, look what we have here. Trey Jones, the starter, still on the mound for the Bombers. Thought maybe it was it for him in the 5th after he had some trouble, allowed the first hit of the afternoon. Got out of a 2 runners on jam, but here he is to lead off the 6th inning against Snowden. Delivers a first pitch strike, 0-1 to the right fielder who has struck out twice. One of 10 strikeouts for Trey Jones on the mound. And he gets ahead 0-2 quickly. A phenomenal effort for Jones thus far, who has gone 5 innings twice before this year, but this would be his longest outing if he can get one more out. Ahead in the count, 0-2. Waffle to right field, Yamada giving chase, and he gets to it for out number 1. Good contact for Snowden, but an out nonetheless. And now Jones with his longest outing of the year, 5 1/3, with nobody warming in the Bombers bullpen.
I like how he started off Snowden there. Right on the outside corner, strike 1, came right in. Right on the edge on the inside corner. Kept him guessing.
Has to deal with McCary now. A first pitch strike to him. McCary has also struck out twice, although he reached after strike 3 got away from Goodwin. Not close on that swing, however. 0-2 to McCary. Jones looking for strikeout number 11. That would be also a season high now that he has a season high in innings. Why not make it a season high in strikeouts? The 0-2 to McCary. There it is. Strikeout number 11. Goodwin blocks it, throws on to first, and retires McCary. Boy, after feeling some pressure in the 5th, Gabriel singled and Sanchez walked. Jones able to get out of it and now looking in tip-top shape.
Now that was perfect pitch, even though it was so far outside the zone. Beautiful.
First pitch to Nathaniel Lai, up for a ball, 1-0, as Jones, the Baxley, Georgia native, continues to impress. Came in today with a top 5 ERA, top 5 in strikeouts, and he will leave today leading the league in strikeouts. A high pop fly behind us will make it 1-1. Jones went to college nearby his hometown in Mount Vernon, Georgia, at Bruton Parker, an AIA program there. And then he played for the South Florida Collegiate League. As Lai lifts this one foul, will also get out of play. Maybe he likes Palm Springs so much because he's used to playing in places with the word palm in it, Danny. He played with the Palm Beach Extreme in 2021. Went 4-1 with a 1.96 ERA. And here in Palm Springs, he has just mowed through these hitters. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 12 for Trey Jones, and he is through 6 shutout innings. The Bombers lead it 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Bottom of the 6th inning in Palm Springs, California. Bombers up 5-0 over the A's. Feeling pretty comfortable as the 1 seed. Just 3 outs away from facing the Alberta Grizzly, but they'll get one more turn at the batting order. Garrett Gonzalez leads it off. He takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the afternoon. A single back in the 2nd inning. A lineup for the Bombers from top to bottom that is dangerous. And Gonzalez, perfect evidence of that. Unable to connect with that one high, 1-1. But Gonzalez hitting .270 on the year, and he's hitting 8th. Sometimes hits 9th, but there's just no break in this Bombers order. And Gonzalez ready for the 1-1, slaps it the other way, past Gottlieb, who couldn't get in front of it. And we'll see what they rule it. It was hit pretty hard off the bat of Gonzalez, 87 miles an hour, but it'll be an E5 on Gottlieb.
Yeah, tough play right at him. You got to knock it down, make the throw. It's a tough error.
So up comes Michael Rodriguez, the shortstop. Elmer came into the game for Cole Rodriguez. As Rodriguez at the plate. Somehow we ended up with that dilemma again, even if Rodriguez, the pitcher, ended up out of the game. But Rodriguez nearly made it through 5 on the mound. His manager gave him a shot, but he ended up going 4 2/3 as Elmer readies the 0-1 and yanked again to the backstop. Gonzalez advances to second. That has been the story since Elmer did arrive. Wild pitches galore. 2 of them allowed runs to score in the 5th. Those 2 runs did go against Rodriguez, so he finishes allowing 4 runs. But you can't blame him too much. Not a lot of hard contact and those tough luck runs after he exited via the wild pitch. The 1-1 to Mike Rodriguez at the plate misses inside 2-1. So you know that the Texas native has to be frustrated in the dugout after the start, but he gave it his best effort. Rodriguez lines it into left, a base hit. Gonzalez thinking about home. He's rounding third and will slide in safely. 6 runs on the board for the Bombers as Mike Rodriguez comes through in the 9-hole.
Yeah, great piece of hitting and great for Rodriguez's confidence. Going into this playoffs, that hit will definitely hype him up for his next at-bats coming forward.
We just talked about it. 1 through 9. These Bombers can hit. And as you can see by the 6-0 score, they can also pitch. And that's what should concern the Grizzly, who are awaiting them tomorrow. That's the first pitch to Yamada, a strike, 0-1. It's official. The Alberta Grizzly will face these British Columbia Bombers if they can hold on for the Bombers. But the Grizzly are sitting comfortably in the stands watching this game. They defeated MLB China on the backfield 9-5 as Yamada takes one low, 1-1. And for the Bombers, if Jones can finish it, opens up a lot of interesting possibilities for them from a pitching standpoint. As the 1-1 from Elmer, low and in the dirt, 2-1. They have not used Kobayashi today. They have not used Rubel. They have not used Gustafson. They have not used Kenny Williams. Jones has done it the whole time, and those names that I just rattled off, all incredibly good options for Tom Vaith and the Bombers. The 2-1 from Elmer, grounded to first. Lai takes the easy out at first. Rodriguez advances to second.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 10-pitch inning last inning for Jones. No reason not to let him come back out there. There is nobody warming, but somebody could already be warmed up and come in the game. You never know. We'll see what happens.
Gustafson was warming earlier, but he has since sat down. That's the first pitch to Hall Thompson. A swing and a miss on a fastball, 0-1. 1 for 3 for Jonathan Hall Thompson, the second baseman. Has Rodriguez at second with one away. Already a run in for the Bombers, who lead at 6-0 in the sixth. Thompson taps it foul. But Tom Vaith, the manager, has to like what he has available. The manager for the Washington Wild Things, leading his Bombers to a 1 seed in the International Division and perhaps to a trip to Saturday. This one gets away from Nunn. Rodriguez advances to third, and the struggles continue here between Elmer and Nunn. Nunn has been so solid all year long for Canada as the catcher. You really have to credit each and every one of these catchers at the CWL catching nearly every day. These teams getting a day off every third day, but it's pretty frequent that they're out there. As this one catches the outside corner for strike 3, Hall Thompson strikes out, and Elmer will have Hoope up with 2 out and a runner at third. Bombers still up 6-0. Hoope 1 for 2 with an RBI double. And he is a perfect example of the danger that the Bombers provide at the plate. The 3-4 combo of Hoope and Smith should scare anyone as the first pitch to Hoope's outside. And then you add the fact that Laurie kind of sneaks up on you batting 5th, nearly at the top of the league in batting average. Who do you pitch to, Danny? As the 1-0 line by Hoope, but it sails foul, just barely.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to really pick your guy on this team. Like we've mentioned, there's so many good guys. They're so deep on the Bombers. You just got to pitch contact and hope that your defense can make a play, because you're not going to strike many of them out.
I still remember an at-bat from Hoope on opening day, a 12-pitch at-bat, line drive after line drive, just like this one, high in the air, deep to left field, sending Vega back, but he gets there for the out. Hoope, Smith, and company just make hard contact each and every time. Unfortunately for Hoope, this time it's the third out, but the Bombers take a comfortable 6-0 lead into the top of the 7th inning, 3 outs away from moving on.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We have reached the top of the 7th inning in Palm Springs, and the Bombers lead it 6-0 over the A's. Trey Jones, the starter, remains on the bump. It has been his afternoon from start to finish, and he will look to make it from start to finish as he tries to get 3 more outs, none the catcher at the plate. First pitch to him, up and away, ball 1. Jones looking to complete the 7th game as a starter. There have been 7 complete games in the CWL, but only 2 shutouts. As Nunn can't catch up to that one outside, 1-1. Nunn 0 for 2. Just 1 hit on the board for the A's, 12 strikeouts for Jones. His 1-1 delivery catches the outside corner, 1-2. His teammate Kenny Williams, the other shutout for the Bombers, and David Pentecost of the Blue Sox has also thrown a complete game shutout. Jones looking to join them. The 1-2 to Nunn, breaking ball misses away, 2-2. There is action in the Bombers bullpen. Avery Manygoats getting loose. Bombers close to being able to save a lot of their pitchers for tomorrow, as the 2-2 does miss outside, 3-2 now to Nunn. If they can hang on, you would expect the Bombers to go with Kobayashi tomorrow against the Grizzly. But first things first, the payoff pitch to Nunn, who chokes up on the bat and fouls it straight back, 3-2.
I wonder how short the leash is going to be for Jones here. Manygoats, like you said, warming up, but I think they're going to let him go.
On his 97th pitch of the afternoon, he walks Matthew Nunn to lead off the 7th. Just the 2nd walk allowed by Jones, and all eyes on the Bombers dugout. No movement yet. Jones walks the leadoff hitter Nunn, and here comes Jonathan Gottlieb. Bombers up 6-0 here in the 7th. A's down to their final 3 outs. First pitch to Gottlieb gets behind Goodwin, and Nunn advances to second. One of the first uncompetitive pitches delivered by Jones.
Yeah, no doubt about that. That's the first time that Goodwin's had to get out of his crouch, it seems like.
And they'll communicate a little bit more as they exchange baseballs here. Jones didn't like the feel of the first one. Then gets a new one from Billy Yeager. So a couple of balls exchanged. As Jones taking every batter seriously, trying to finish off this complete game shutout. What a performance it has been here in the International Division playoffs. Bombers 6, A's 0. The 1-0, a strike, 1-1 to Gottlieb. Gottlieb reached via an air and flied out to left. The only hit for the A's, the man on deck, Tuzad Gabriel. A little bit high from Jones, 2-1 as Goodwin has to stand up to receive that one. You can tell the crowd wants this for Jones. We'll see if he can finish it. Manygoats continues to warm in the bullpen. Jones locks in. Slide step home, and a wave and a miss. These hitters have looked uncomfortable from the get-go. You knew Jones had a pretty good shot after striking out 10 A's just on Monday a few days ago. But you wondered, could the A's adjust offensively? The answer has been a resounding no. It has been all Trey Jones. The 2-2 from him, deep to left field off the bat of Gottlieb, but it tails foul. That is the hardest contact we've seen all afternoon. But thankfully for Jones, it's a foul ball.
Yeah, left that one right over the heart of the plate, and Gottlieb, good job getting the barrel to it. But you're right. They've been off balance all day. You know, not really letting that hard fastball come to them. Kind of swinging too hard and out of sorts, off balance.
Not off balance at all on that one as Gottlieb smacks it to left field deep and off the wall. Hoope gathers and fires it in as Nunn scores from second, and there goes the shutout. Jonathan Gottlieb, an RBI double, puts the A's on the board, and they trail 6-1 in the 7th.
There you go. That's what happens when you catch up to 92 and let the ball come to you. Not a hard swing, just bat the ball, and it'll go a long way.
And now after the RBI double, it does look like that will be it for Trey Jones. He hangs his shoulders a bit, disappointed he can't finish it. Has already taken his glove off, but what a job by Trey Jones. He does give the ball to his manager, Tom Vaith, and the arm goes up, calling in the man from the bullpen. The 24-year-old from Baxley, Georgia, goes 6 innings, strikes out 12, and has his Bombers 3 outs away from moving on. But we'll be right back for more CWL baseball after this short break. It ain't over till it's over. That's what the Canada A's are saying. They came into the 7th inning down 6-0, but it is 6-1 now. They have a runner at second and nobody out. A new pitcher on the mound for the first time as the Bombers have to go to the bullpen. Avery Manygoats replaces Trey Jones. Unable to finish his complete game shutout, and now leaves the door open for the Canada A's. Tuzad Gabriel, the righty, against the lefty Manygoats. Gabriel, a single his last time up, was the first hit of the afternoon for the A's. Attacks the first pitch and rolls it just foul. Gonzalez nearly got to it in time, but it'll be an 0-1 count on Gabriel. Gustafson now warming for the Bombers as well in case this gets even scarier for the Bombers. Manygoats, 5'9", from Arizona, delivers it from the left side and bounces it in the dirt past Goodwin. Gottlieb will move on to third. And there's not a whole lot of easy breathing right now if you're the Bombers. You want to clinch your ticket to Saturday, but the 3 final outs are the hardest to get. Tuzad Gabriel, a 1-1 count with a runner at third and nobody out. Bombers 6, A's 1. Already one across for the A's, looking for more. The 1-1 from Manygoats, who has a slow delivery, and he misses outside 2-1.
Well, they definitely don't want the top of the order for the A's coming up. Then it could really get scary.
Manygoats holds the glove at his belt, then just raises his leg slightly and delivers a ball inside 3-1. 62 miles an hour on that latest delivery. A big change from Jones, who was pumping in 90. Gabriel has to be smart here, heading the count 3-1. Awaits the windup And he cannot hold back, barely tips it foul. You could see the anxiousness of Gabriel just trying to hold back on that slow pitch, but he could not, and it's a 3-2 count. Bombers have held control of this game since the start, a 6-1 lead in the 7th. A's trying to rally late. The payoff pitch from Many Goats, lashed foul. Didn't miss that one by much. 81 off the bat. But it continues to be the theme so far. Can you hold back against Many Goats? Maybe step up in the box?
Yeah, I was going to say step up in the box. He's still way back in the back.
3-2 again from Many Goats. A ball inside. Tuzad Gabriel draws the walk. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. And the A's feeling some late life as Ivan Sanchez steps to the plate.
Ivan Sanchez had some good wood in his first at-bat. He was seeing the ball well. See how he deals with a lot less of a speed from the pitcher.
Looks at a first pitch strike, 61 on the corner. Sanchez walked his last time up and fired up his dugout on the way to first. You remember that was the only time the A's have really threatened, but they did not get a run. Here Sanchez lays off of one outside, 1-1 to the second baseman who wears number 13. A's representing Canada wearing their bright red jerseys, as bright as can be compared to the yellow ones from the Bombers, as this one is slowly popped towards the left side. Gonzalez, the third baseman, calls it off and makes the catch for the first out. Big first out for Many Goats. Still runners at the corners, but now one away as Jerry Johnson Jr., a pinch hitter, steps up.
Definitely a